Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So Cardano, the altcoin, has been on an absolute tear since July. It went from a low of $1 to highs of $3.15, and now we're sitting at around the $2.23 mark, given some of the China FUD we've seen today. The whole market's a little bit down. But what's giving Cardano strength going into this weekend? Well, this weekend is a particularly important weekend for Cardano because they have the Cardano Summit. So Saturday and Sunday, which are the 25th and the 26th of September, they are carrying out their virtual event, right? And anybody can join this for free. They can go on the Cardano.org website, and they say it's going to be a mix of virtual and live events. And they said, I quote, it will feature exploration of virtual worlds, okay? So we know that a lot of these virtual conferences will have these different virtual breakout rooms where you can explore different things. But I think what will be interesting is I wonder if this is a clue towards some metaverse plays. We know you've got Sandbox, you've got Decentraland on the Ethereum network. I wonder whether Cardano, and no doubt they will at some point, they'll have some sort of a metaverse play, which would be a fantastic use case for the Cardano blockchain. Now, they promised some mind-blowing announcements, and if I just show you a quote from their head of brand, you'll see here, she says, don't really want to brag or anything, but some of the partnerships we're announcing at the Cardano Summit will blow people's mind. Really grateful for the chances we at Cardano have to change the world for better and have fun together. So you can see she's really bigging it up, and obviously this is her job, right? She's supposed to do that. But we've seen and we've heard of interesting kind of rumors about maybe a Coty partnership, and Coty's had a bit of a run as well recently in holding strong. And Coty is a payment gateway provider for the Cardano blockchain. And we know Charles Hodgkinson loves this project, and we know that it moves in solidarity with Cardano. Whether that's a partnership or not, I'm not too sure. If it is, it may be anticlimactic because people are expecting that, but maybe that's one of the partnerships we will hear about. But it does say partnerships, so maybe we're in for more than one. So what else is interesting? Well, we know, and if you haven't seen my video, please go check that out here, where I go through some of the best gems already being built on Cardano. Because we know Cardano gets a lot of stick for being, and unfairly so, for being a blockchain where people can't do anything on it, right? A lot of the haters on Cardano will say that. But the reality is they were building it, and the Alonzo smart fork has only just happened. We've got smart contract functionality now, and you've seen some really exciting projects being built and launching in October and November time. I went through some of those, such as Sunday Swap and Drunken Dragon games, but there are so many others, including Liquid Swap and many other things, right? ADRX, decentralized exchanges, everything in that ecosystem is now being built now that we have smart contract functionality. And it'll be really exciting to see what partnerships do we see being announced. So that'll be really interesting. I have a feeling we may see something around NFTs and something around some sort of metaverse plays. That's my clues. Probably hear something about Coty as well, but although I don't think the market's going to be too excited about that because they're kind of expecting it and they know that Charles Hodgkinson likes Coty anyway, so that probably won't be too much of a surprise. Now, one thing I want to warn about is whenever you have a catalyst like this, something which we're heading towards and the wider investment community feels as though this catalyst will move the price up, there is a phenomenon called buy the rumor, sell the news. And I want you to be careful about this. If you are day trading or swing trading this play over a short period of time, you need to be careful that you don't fall for this trap, because often what happens is people will buy the underlying asset. This happens in equities, it happens in cryptocurrencies, it happens everywhere, right? They will buy the product, the underlying asset, in the lead up to an event like the Cardano Summit, and then they will sell it during the event. And therefore you get caught out. So you need to be really careful about this. And that's why I'm not a big proponent of playing trades on these kind of events. I'm a long-term investor in Cardano. I have been for a while. And I just like this. I'm excited for this Cardano Summit more from a fundamental point of view rather than a day trading, swing trading point of view. And I think there's a big chance that we do see a bit of buy the rumor, sell the news, because Cardano's been holding strong. Okay, so let's flick over to the charts and I'll show you. So we can see, if we head on over here, you can see the Cardano, this is the day chart, and we've seen Cardano's really been on an absolute tear. Let me zoom out, and you will see here, we were sitting at $1. in July, and then we hit highs on the 4th of September, 2nd of September, sorry, of $3.15. Absolute tear, and now we're seeing this bit of a calling off. But in a day like today, where we're seeing a bunch of FUD around the China situation, I made a separate video about that. Go check that out. You can see Bitcoin is down 6%, over 6%. You can see Ethereum's down over 8%, but Cardano is only down 3.9%. And you can see a lot of the other altcoins are moving down 9%, 10%, 11%. So Cardano is really holding well, and there's a reason for that, and that is this Cardano summit, and people are expecting a lot from the Cardano summit. So I think that's going to be exciting in itself, but what I'm focused on is more the fundamental approach of Cardano, and I think this is a big step for Cardano to be doing this. And I applaud Charles Hoskinson for taking this step, because he's learned from a lot of the successful companies, right? If you look at Apple, they do their WCDC, where they have their conference, they announce all their exciting products, show the app stores, get the developers together. Facebook do the same, and this is really important for Cardano to do just to build out that ecosystem a little bit more. Keep that community going, keep them excited, and attract the best dApp developers. You've heard me say this time and time before. This layer one battle between Ethereum, Cardano, Solana, Algorand, Harmony One will come down to who can attract the best dApp developers, right? If you imagine when we had iOS, if all the best app developers were building on iOS, people are going to buy iPhones. If all the best app developers are building on Android, people are going to buy Android phones, right? And that's how it is. But that's where that race is going to be at the moment. And we've already heard Ethereum, Algorand, Cardano will be throwing grants and sponsorships and various other support to get good developers onto their ecosystem. And what does a good developer want? Well, obviously a good developer wants a good platform, right? They want low gas fees, they want low transaction fees, they want security, they want stability, they want scalability, decentralization, but more importantly, because all the chains, apart from Ethereum and ETH 2.0 says they're going to solve this, cover those points. But what they also want is a good community, right? If you're developing for Apple on the iOS store, you're only doing so because there's a lot of people on the iOS store that are going to download your app and see your app. If there was a better app store than the App Store that nobody was using, you wouldn't develop on there, right? You need the community, and it's the same for these dApp builders. These exciting projects, these exciting NFT plays and metaverse plays and decentralized exchanges and DeFi projects will occur where there's community. And that's why this is really important that Cardano creates this community ecosystem, get some buzz around this event, and really attract some of the young, smart minds who want to build these exciting projects to come and do so on the Cardano blockchain. And that's what I think this is all about. Now, obviously, we're going to see a whole bunch of bridges as well, because we saw how the iOS analogy played out, right? Developers build for Apple and they then natively build for Android as well. And we're going to see the same. My premonition is we're going to see the same for the layer one solutions on blockchain. You're going to get bridges which will bridge your Ethereum-based dApps across to Cardano, across to Algorand, across to Solana, and all your favorites. That's eventually where we're going to get to. But for now, to get that initial traction, it's going to be an arms race to get the best dApp developers on board. And I think this summit can really help Cardano from a fundamental point of view. If you're day trading it and swing trading it, fine. There's risk. It may go up and they may announce some amazing partnerships, but there may be buy the rumor, sell the news, right? Because a lot of it gets baked into the price already. And that's what we need to be careful of, because a lot of people are expecting a Coty partnership, they're expecting a good event, and therefore the price can still fall if that's all they deliver. Cardano will have to go above and beyond this weekend in order to get the price to move higher. Okay, so they'll have to announce partnerships we weren't expecting, maybe some exciting NFT plays, maybe something exciting which we weren't expecting, and then the market could move the price. But if you're in this for the long run, then it's just a great place to be, because if you've been dollar cost averaging and buying, I was buying Cardano from 50 cents onwards, and I've been averaging up, and my cost base is higher than that now, but I'm not scared to even buy now, because I believe Cardano is here to stay. I've always backed the project. I back Charles Hoskinson. I love his fundamental approach to building his blockchain. He does things on his terms. He won't be pressured by the community, the blockchain community or cryptocurrency community. He'll do things based on his timeline, and he won't rush into things. He wants to do things once and do it properly. That's what I admire about him. And for those reasons, I'll continue to average into Cardano even as the price rises, because I feel like it's here to stay for a long time, and it's going to be there alongside Ethereum, alongside Solana. I don't see the projects going anywhere, and it's not a winner take all model, right? We saw with Apple, it's not just Apple. The Android store is doing phenomenally well as well. And so that's why, for me, Cardano is not something I'm actively trading. If I do, it's for fun. But my long-term position on Cardano is to build that position as big as I can over time before it's too late and everybody's FOMOing in on Cardano and pushing the price crazy all the way up. And that's the game here. So if you're trading it, be careful. You'll get some buy the rumor, sell the news. That's my view on it. Unless we get some really exciting projects, in which case we can head higher. So let's take a look at the charts. So you can see here we had a really good bounce on Cardano. So we have obviously the initial tear straight up to $3.15. We consolidated down as the wider cryptocurrency ecosystem cooled down. Bitcoin cooled down as well, which is when we got that candle down, and we went into a sideways pattern, to be honest, here. Then we had the second drop, but you saw this $1.87 mark, which I drew from period using some resistance points from May and June time. You can see that really did hold up well, and we got a good bounce on that level. We bounced on that day, and we bounced the 2 days after, heading up higher, okay, through the $2.26 mark. And then obviously this China FUD today has led to this immense red candle here. But overall, Cardano's held really well, and it's now in a good position to head higher. We've got to get above the $2.44 mark before we can head higher and try testing new highs. And my view on it is as follows. If we get a okay Cardano summit with nothing exciting, I can see this being sold and heading down and testing the $1.87 mark back again. We got to be prepared for that. If we get a really exciting summit, some new partnerships with the market weren't expecting, it really excites us and the community, then we can break $2.44 and head higher. And I think that's our best case in this situation and set up a run towards our $3.15 mark. At the moment, my mind's kind of skewing towards some sort of sideways action / heading lower with people selling the news. But I think long term, this Cardano summit is going to be great for the future of Cardano. I think it's a really important step. They've managed to do the Alonso hard fork, they've rolled out smart contracts, and now they're re-engaging the community to get some exciting projects being built. So I'll be watching intently to see what happens. I'm not expecting too much from the price, but I'm not bothered because I'm not day trading it. And just for the long term, Cardano is a great project to be in. You can't go wrong. And it's definitely going to be one that stays for a long time. If you like this type of video, guys, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and comment below with what types of content you would like to see moving forward. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.